Hey, what's up, family? Hey, today got a relevant video for a lot of you out there, for a lot of you youth, a lot of you people trying to succeed in success or whatever it is. So we're going to title this video here, You Ain't Shh. I'll let you fill in the blank. But you know what I mean. We heard that terminology before where someone may have said, man, you ain't shh. Now, I could go with another title such as Don't Sabotage Your Legacy, your success, or anything that you are trying to achieve in life. Don't sabotage yourself. And what I mean by that is, first of all, as always, love to give y'all a word of the day, and that's going to be the word of the day, sabotage. Now, we look up the word sabotage. What does it simply mean?
To destroy, to ruin someone?
Yeah, to deliberately, to
something.
purposely try to destroy something.
Yeah.
So I would say that to any and all y'all out there. Don't sabotage yourself, because we have all dealt with some type of adversity, meaning bad situations or something. Maybe someone in your family or your parents, you might come from a household where there's drugs involved, alcohol. This is what's bringing your family down. You unfortunately, you might have that family member in your family that it's so bad, where you don't even have food in the house or whatever the case. You're dealing with crime-infested area where you live or whatever the case. And every time someone try to reach out and give you help, whether it's an outreach program or family member or someone from the school or someone trying to help you at your job, whatever, your response is always, you don't know what I'm going through. I got so much I'm dealing with. You don't understand me. You can't understand me. Nah, that's a lie. Because I'm telling you, a lot of us out here has dealt with some type of adversity. Rather it was them drugs, them alcohols, the criminal. How many of y'all, you might have even been in a situation where, let's say your older brother or older sister was always a terror in school, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. How about that? How about when you had an older brother or sister that went to the same school that you're going to go to next year, but they was a terror? Now that you go to that school, all the teachers, the principals, guidance counselor, all of them, they be like, when they find out that you're the brother or you're the sister of the bad brother or sister, you got hell to pay. You know what I'm saying? It's that much harder on you now because they like, oh, that was your sister, that was your brother. Oh, well, we already know what to expect from you. No, that isn't always the case. So that's why I say don't sabotage yourself. Just because something else, a bad situation has been laid out for you, don't mean you always got to go for it like the mouse to the cheese. You don't got to go for it. Don't sabotage yourself for success, because you can take a statement that I live by, such as you can even learn something from negative things that surround you in your family or whatever. You can even learn from that. And what you can learn from that is what not to do. You get what I'm saying? So when I say don't sabotage yourself, sometimes you might even have that family member or friend or coworker, or whatever, always got nothing but negative stuff. Oh, you can't do that. You can't achieve this and that. And now you start to think, yeah, you're right, man. I can't do that. Matter of fact, let me give y'all a perfect example. Y'all all remember the movie 5 Heartbeats, right? I'll give you a perfect example when I say don't sabotage yourself. The movie, The 5 Heartbeats. Remember the part when Eddie King, remember the singing group was doing good, and he approached his mother and father at nighttime in front of the house. As soon as he seen his mother, remember that? The happy smile she gave him and he gave her, and then all of a sudden what happened? The father said, now I like to do this video clean, but let's be honest. Ain't no children out here. Let's be mature about it. Let's call it what it really is. So anyway, all of a sudden, remember the father, as happy as him and his mother was, remember the father all of a sudden said, he ain't shit. And he looked at his father like, what? And then remember the mother said, why are you saying that? Don't be hard on him. And he said nothing. Then the father stood up and got in his face and said, he ain't shit, and you ain't gonna never be shit. Because, you know why? Because I was never shit. And then after he said all that, remember this was the crucial part. After he said, because I wasn't shit, that's why you ain't gonna be shit. And then he went like this. Now, we know is not a word, but you know what that was? As crazy as this may sound, that was that father way of trying to motivate his father. That was basically prove me wrong. Go out there and prove me wrong. As effed up as that is, as crazy as that is, that was his way of saying, be better than me. See, everybody don't have that great motivator or that great way of explaining stuff the way somebody else. And as I said, I'm going to reiterate what I said. As crazy as that may sound, when he said, that was, some may say he was saying, what you gonna do? Nah, that was prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I want to see you prove me wrong. And what did Eddie Kane do? He let that negative seed sabotage himself. Because then remember, he was like, I'm better than the group. He left the group. He became a junkie, a crackhead, drunk, whatever it is. And then remember, they seen him like a year later or something. And remember, he approached them. He couldn't wait. He came over there. He was all like, he said, hey, look, hey, guys, look at me. I still got it. Yeah.
Wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, he had the same clothes. He was all dirty and stuff. And then remember, he tried to sing. He was like, look, fellas, I still got it. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. But he was horrible. He couldn't sing no more. Remember, he had a strong voice, but he didn't have it no more. Why? Because he let his father sabotage his dreams. He was on a dream to success, but he let that negative seed that his father, when he said, you ain't shit because I wasn't shit. See, he let that seed be planted and grow negative. Remember the statement in the Bible, you reap what you sow? Yeah, you may plant poison in the ground. You may plant fruits and vegetables. They both gonna grow. But we rather stick with the positive stuff, something that's fruitful and plentiful for us as far as good nurturing. We don't want the poison, but the poison will grow just as well. So you get what I'm saying? If you let that negative seed drive you, then that's what you're going down a negative road. So don't sabotage yourself. Back to the title of this video, you ain't which I got to mention this one. Another one of my favorite comedians / actors, Richard Pryor. Because this definitely touches on this subject. You ain't don't sabotage yourself just because negative stuff has always been planted in your head. Negative stuff is always in your family. Negative stuff is always in your neighborhood. Now you want to keep making excuses. That's why I can't make it, man. Ain't nobody positive in my family. Well, you be the positive one. You get what I'm saying? But back to my dude, Richard Pryor. One of my favorite movies, a lot of his stuff is just hilarious. But one of my favorite movies with him was called Bustin' Loose. That's when he was driving the school bus with all them bad kids on it. But it was a scene in there where they was about to lose the farm, and what Richard Pryor did, he went to town and he caught up with this pyramid scheme and he stole $10,000 from them. And when the people was chasing him, trying to kill him, that's when Cicely Tyson, she said, don't do that. And they was shooting at him. And when she saved him, she said, you fool, you was about to get yourself killed for $10,000. Are you stupid? You worth more than $10,000, you fool. And she started crying. And when she said that to him, it touched him. You see what I'm saying? She said, you worth more than $10,000, you fool. And that's when he, like I said, it touched him to the point where he tried to grub it. She's like, no. He said, no, please. He said, wow, ain't nobody never told me I was worth more than $10,000. He said, I remember when I was a kid, my father used to tell me all the time, boy, you ain't worth a quarter. But you see what I'm saying? That was a funny thing in the scene. How your father constantly telling you, boy, you ain't worth a quarter. And now this lady telling you, you're worth more than $10,000, you fool. You don't sacrifice yourself for no $10,000, you stupid. So back to my point. See, if he keep letting them negative things drive him because his father always said you ain't worth a quarter, then he think he's worthless. Therefore, he got no drive, no ambitions to be great. So that's what I'm saying to a lot of y'all out there. Don't sabotage yourself, yes, and stop always assuming nobody can understand your plight. They can't understand where you come from. Now, I could sit here in this video and tell you about all the negative stuff I had to go, happen to actually a night or two eat a bowl of string beans. Ain't no made-up story. This is true. But I'm not here trying to impress you. I'm trying to relate to a lot of y'all out there where you can understand. Even if it's a business venture you're trying to succeed in, don't let others sabotage your dream. If this is what you want to do, follow through with it. And if you fail, take that failure as a stepping stone of, okay, I learned something. Don't take failure as I'm going to give up. No, take failure as it didn't work this way. Now I'm going to try it that way. It didn't work when I did this. I need to try another way. Just take it as a learning process when you fail. Because that's what failure is. It's a learning process. What do you think happens to a little baby when they first start to walk? They get up and they fall. They get up and they fall. They keep They even get up and fall and get hurt, but you keep trying. You don't give up and stop. I'm gonna keep saying this to a lot of y'all out there. Stop letting your family members, friends, co-workers, whatever, tell you can't be nothing. Like Richard Pryor father said, boy, you ain't worth a quarter. Or like Eddie King father told him, you ain't shit because I wasn't shit. See, those were negative seeds being planted. We all, at some point, had some type of negative stuff that was implied upon us, planted in us, you know, where we may have seen family members and friends, no one positive in our family. Everybody may be a drunk, a school dropout, a drug addict, and now it's up to you. It's that much harder on you. That's all it is, because that's exactly what happened to me. It's that much harder on you, but it is no room for excuses for you to say, well, the reason I was dropout, got locked up on drugs because everybody in my family was. Yeah, well, that should have been your motivation to say, I'm not going to do what they all did. I'm not going to do it. I want to have success. I want to break that circle of repeated circle, negative circle. I want to break it. And I want to be a catalyst to say, I was the one that break it. Now it's up to my kids to take from me and say, they want to be even better. But remember, a lot of y'all out there, stop using that as a crutch, saying this is why I can't achieve nothing because there has never been no one positive in my family. But then you be the positive one. And on that note, subscribe, share, like, and comment. Achieve your success. Even the negative stuff around you, let that be the thing that motivates you to be better, not give up. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Peace.